Potentially. It's not written that it will be a problematic event ahead. It's not carved into stone. But I think we are edging towards increasingly dangerous territory. We've just seen Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra ousted from office, along with 9 members of her cabinet. We now have a caretaker Prime Minister who's limping along. So far the markets haven't really reacted too aggressively, or at least they didn't initially, because they were looking to the eventuality of another election being held on July the 20th. However, I still think there are very big question marks over whether we'll actually get to that finishing line of an election. I think they're getting nervous but not scared, but I think actually, if anything, there's too much of an underlying optimism that somehow this will all come out in the wash, that we've seen protests in Thailand before, we've seen the red shirts on the street, we've seen the yellow shirts on the street, and somehow this will all just be the same as normal. I think potentially we are coming towards a crisis point where it will escalate to a level where stock market valuations are really very, very high at the moment. It's difficult to see how the AEC is really going to be able to push ahead without anyone effectively running Thailand. And at the moment, no one really is in the driver's seat. So that's a big black mark for the AEC. And in terms of key industries, yes, I think increasingly some factories will be looking at the mess in Thailand and thinking, where do I want to open my new plant? I may not close down my existing plant, but where do I want to open my new one? And I think Thailand is going to be dropping back on the list of potential locations. Indonesia and the Philippines will be moving up. There are a number of key decision makers who obviously what they do and how they act will be the deciding factor in this, but I think there is definitely the potential for significantly greater instability and turbulence going forward.